want it, baby, more than I want it.
They don't.
Nobody on it, baby, the way that I'm on it, believe me.
Please do. Believe me, baby.
Nobody want it, baby, more than I want it. Nobody on it, baby, the way that I'm on it, believe me. Nobody want it, baby, more than I want it. I'm up on it early, bright in the morning. This feelings like I'm performing right after a long night of recording. For all those dark, cold nights I was dormant, have to be handled accordingly. Those that are...
What's good, y'all? Welcome back. It's your boy Duct Tape from Upstate 518 to be exact. As soon as I jumped off the porch, I was grinding G-Packs. Know that, a.k.a. Network King, man. Welcome to the Quotes Podcast, where you can quote me on this. This is where we're going to discuss quotable statements that create quotable moments, man. This is one of the last, I'm going to say, episodes that you'll see that's going to have a major transition into the next level of things, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm going to start working on new things to do and new ways to present the episodes to you and all that. As you can already see, like, the setup is changing, you know what I mean? And, you know, I'm just dumping more resources into the podcast, just dumping a little more money into it and all that, you know what I'm saying? Because it's just something that I feel like I want to do in order to enhance the experience that, you know what I mean, my viewers, you guys is going to have. So y'all going to see that coming gradually as we move forward and all that. However, let me just start by saying I appreciate y'all for being here. I appreciate y'all for tapping back in. Like, share, subscribe, man. Put your peoples on. And, you know, I drop these things about twice a week. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes they'd be a little off or whatever. However, at the end of the day, you know, I'm going to stay consistent, man. It's all about consistency. In order to win, in order to do better, in order to make it to the next level, you just have to be consistent. You know what I mean? So I'm definitely heavy on consistency, and that'll be what you guys get from me. Just a consistent basis, just me being just straight at y'all, like in your face. If you check my Instagram, you're gonna see that I'm heavy on posting these episodes and just really trying to get more people involved and more people to see what I got to offer with these posts and all that or whatever. So, you know what I mean? Just put me on to, or put your peoples on to me and all that. And I appreciate it. So we're going to start the episode with the quote. So the quote of this episode is, great teams win even when they don't play well. Great teams win even when they don't play well. All right, so I kind of took that from, I was watching the Is What It Is podcast and watching something that they were talking about when it came to the Eagles or whatever. You know what I mean? And I thought that was dope when they said that. And I thought it was dope in a different type of way. You know what I'm saying? Like it makes sense when it originated. Let's just say this, and originated, you know what I'm saying, from like sports or whatever. However, something like that can be incorporated in your life for real. The people you choose to hang around with, the people you choose to keep around you, the people that you do business with, things of that nature, those are considered to be your team. You know what I mean? So you always want to kind of surround yourself with winners. You don't want to be around losers. You around losers, you're bound to lose. You know what I'm saying? If you find yourself around winners, even when you're down and out, even when you're not at your best, however, you got winners around you. So if the team is winning, then that means every player is winning. Like, to kind of explain it in a football sense, right? Now, say if offense isn't doing that well, or you know what I mean? Like your wide receivers ain't catching too much. Oh, let's break it down, simplify, right? Yeah, wide receivers ain't doing too much. Your QB, you know what I'm saying? He's getting the ball to you. However, they're not catching it. However, the run game is sufficient. You know what I mean? Now you got the run game working for you. So that's your offense, right? And your offense isn't at 100%. However, you put a few points on the board and your defense is holding you down. And your defense is not allowing the other team, your opponent, to score any points. So the little bit of points that you did put up with the running game, it held out for y'all to get the W because your defense came through. You know what I'm saying? So that kind of relates in life for real. You don't want to, you know the saying, if you can't beat them, join them, right? Because nobody wants to be with no losers, man. You want to go with the winning team. So my thing is, right? Create a winning team. Create your own winning team. You don't have to necessarily say, all right, I'm going to go join these niggas that keep wilding on my shit. You don't got to necessarily do that. However, build yourself a winning team. You're not gonna do nothing with no losers. It's never gonna work. It's never gonna work with losers. You surround yourself with losers, you're gonna lose. That's all they know how to do is lose. You're gonna follow right along in those footsteps and become a loser yourself. You know what I'm saying? So the quote of the episode is, "Great teams win even when they don't play well." So just always remember that if you surround yourself with winners, whether or not you're having a good game, you're always going to win because you're around winners. You feel me? Like you're with the winning team. You know what I'm saying? So always associate yourself with winners, man. You don't want to be associated with no losers, man. And that goes in all aspects of life. You feel me? So I just want to get to some shout outs real quick. I want to shout out my boy Moose. Shout out Moose, man. I appreciate you. I appreciate you for doing the logo. This is the new logo that Moose did for me. You feel me? My daughter drew this one, and I got this done up when she did this one for me. However, my boy Moose came through, and you know what I'm saying? He sent me that, and I thought that was dope as hell. I appreciate it, Moose. Shout out to you. You feel me? I made a decision of how I'm gonna do this now, being that my daughter drew this, even though this was like the first logo and the only logo that I probably was gonna go with. However, you know what I'm saying, my boy reached out and he sent me this. So this is gonna be my new female logo for when we do this merch. And this is gonna be the male logo for when we do the merch and shit like that. So I think that was dope as hell. Like he just did that on a strength. Like it wasn't nothing that like he just saw what I was doing and he reached out and he hit me with that. So we definitely about to run with that. And you know what I'm saying, get some merch out there so people can you know what I'm saying, start copping some merch and all that shit. So we're gonna do that. So yeah, Moose, thank you for reaching out. I appreciate it. That was dope as hell. And this is the product that he put together for me and all that. Also, I want to give a shout out to my boy Dot. Salute to you, man. These are all organic connections that I've had throughout my life and stuff. You know what I mean? And then there's these individuals that see what I'm trying to do, not what I'm trying to do, because the tries to fail. We just do it like Nike over here, baby. So they just see what I'm doing, and you know what I mean. They reach out. So it's going to be a lot more incorporated with these individuals with the podcast because these are organic relationships and these people are reaching out organically. So shout out to my boy Dot. That's the man behind the I'm My Only Fan clothing, the whole brand that he got going on over there. You know, he reached out and want to collaborate on the sponsorship. So I respect that. I appreciate that. That's all love for real. So we're gonna see a lot more of his stuff on here as well, because that's just one hand wash the other, both wash the face concept. Like, it's just official how people just reach out organically and just want to be involved. You know what I'm saying? Of course, you're always gonna have people like see you doing something and then want to jump on a bandwagon type shit. However, then you got the other people, individuals that already got their own shit going on. They just see what somebody else is doing and attempt to jump in to help enhance their shit. You know what I'm saying? It's a difference between the two. It's a difference between somebody trying to latch on to what you got going and somebody that's trying to help to advance and progress what you got going. You feel me? So shout out to Dot as well, for reaching out and wanting to do a, collaboration, sponsors and all that shit. So we definitely about to do that, and so we could bring that up to the next level and shit. Just like I said, also the older repeat viewers as well. I appreciate y'all for, tapping in. For the new ones, just hit that subscribe, hit that notification bell, so that way every time I drop an episode, you're informed, and then you can just go right ahead and watch it, man. Yes, I've been forgetting. I don't want to forget, because it's very crucial. Without these individuals, the world won't go around, man. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to all my truck drivers. You feel me? Whatever business you're in, whatever field of hauling that you do, whether it be flatbed, whether it be, heavy material hauling, whether it be food service, whatever it is that you do, shout out to y'all, because without us, shit won't move nowhere. Won't shit go on, man. Shit'll be standing still, and then nobody will get their product. Nobody will get the stuff that they need. So shout out to all the truck drivers. We help making the world go round, and just be safe out there when y'all driving, man. Drive safe out there, because it's about to get real crazy up here in the Northeast. It's about to get real crazy up here in the Northeast with this weather and all that. So just be safe out there. Keep your eyes on the road, man. And just make it home to your families every night, you feel me? Or every week, or every couple of weeks, or whatever you do over the road, home deli, whatever it is that you do. Just drive safe out there, y'all. All right, so we're just going to get into this first segment, man. Soulja Boy. My boy Soulja Boy, man. So it was an incident. I wouldn't call it an incident. However, J. Cole was on a podcast, and he was talking about how when he was coming up, like, he was like, yeah, Soulja Boy wasn't really my cup of tea type shit. You know what I'm saying? And he was like, yeah, Soulja Boy wasn't really it. That shit was, it was type trash type shit or whatever. He used to say that shit was trash or whatever. And then he doubled back and was like, yo, I had to reflect. Not that he doubled back, however, in the same sense, he was like, yo, I have to reflect and understand that, damn, at that time, at that point in time in my life or whatever, I was being a hater. You know what I mean? Like, I was hating on this man for doing what he was doing and all that. And yeah, shit like that. So Soulja Boy, you know what I mean? He got the clip. If y'all already know how Soulja give it up, man. Soulja Boy, he like Big Draco, you know what I'm saying? So he started going off on J. Cole on the live and shit. And he like, yeah, man, I don't know, man. I kind of understand what you were saying, just worded different. You know what I'm saying? Next time, I kind of get what you were saying. Matter of fact, I don't understand what you were saying. You know what I'm saying? Like, this nigga got Tourette's type stuff. Like, this nigga Soulja got like some sort of fucking Tourette's or something, man. Because he just be like, calm with it and shit, and then boom, complete outburst. Yo, the shit was funny as hell. Like, the shit, like, just had me crying. I thought that shit was very hilarious. I really think Soulja really do got like Tourette's or some shit or something of that nature, because boy was like, yeah, I know, and then fuck that, and then he got on live with Nicki, and then Nicki was trying to further explain to him what he meant by it or whatever. Which, I mean, at the end of the day, like, every rapper ain't every person's cup of tea. Like, you know what I'm saying? You can't be mad what you meant. And he like, oh, J. Cole, you lyrical spiritual shit. That shit is dirt. Boom, boom, whatever. Like, every rapper ain't every rapper's cup of tea, bro. Like, shit was crazy. So I was watching Ebro in the morning. You know what I'm saying? Oh man, and Flex was on there. Flex bombed the nigga Soulja Boy, yo. So he was calling them niggas goofy rappers. What Flex was saying was that trap rappers, goofy rappers is what he said. Backpack rappers, uh, and swag rappers and all that should never comment on lyrical bars, like lyrical rappers. Like, he was saying, like, nobody in those categories and those genres should have the right to even fix their face to be talking about people with fucking bars for real. That really spit bars for real. Like, y'all stay over there with y'all shit. Yo, the shit was crazy. The nigga Flex don't give a fuck. Like, Flex don't give a fuck. He'll say, you know I love you, but then backhandedly slap you. You don't talk shit about shit. You a goofy rapper. So he was saying that how, the club shit. He like, man, you niggas is club rappers, you niggas bottle rappers. Speaking to Soulja Boy specifically, actually, like, he wasn't even like shading away from the fact that he was talking exactly specifically to Soulja. And he called the nigga a goofy rapper. You know what I mean? Like, bombed this shit. So I find that pretty interesting. I can't wait to see Soulja Boys respond back to that, because Flex wasn't having it. Flex was on his top, like, Flex was on his top, was not taking, like, he wasn't shying away from taking shots. He was bombing his shit completely. And then he just further was saying, like, yo, Soulja, you're ringtone rap. And let's remember, y'all, let's not forget, like, when it came to ringtones and all that shit, when the ringtones and all that shit came out, that's a fact. Soulja smoking them with ringtones, killing them completely. Like, that was his wave. Like, he kind of maybe ushered that shit in with that ringtone shit and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? So he was like, yeah, you a ringtone rapper or whatever. You have no right to be talking about people with real bars, niggas that spitting real fucking bars. Like, you gotta chill with that shit. That is not like your place to be talking about any of that shit at all. You feel me? So he went on to say that he challenges Soulja Boy. You know what I'm saying? Flex with his challenges. There's a challenge that Soulja Boy has gotta, not that he has to, however, if he accepts the challenge, for Soulja Boy to come up to Hot 97, go to Flex shit and do a freestyle. Like, do something. And if the shit is fire, he was telling Ebro this, and Ebro was like, yo, he told Ebro, yo, if he come up and he to Hot 97 and spits a Hot 16, and Ebro, you say it's fire, or people, you know what I'm saying, respond that it is a fire joint, then you know what I'm saying, he'll give him his props or whatever. And I think he said he'll play Kiss Me Through the Phone, or something to do with Kiss Me Through the Phone or some shit. Do something with Kiss Me Through the Phone, because he swore up and down that he's never heard the song by Soulja, the Kiss Me Through the Phone shit, which was definitely that shit was a certified, you know what I mean? It was certified, it was joint, it was Kiss Me Through the Phone. You know what I'm saying? Soulja do his thing, man. Salute to Soulja Boy. Shout out to Soulja Boy. Flex and Ebro and them. That was just a funny. It was a funny thing to see Soldier like on the live commenting on what he was talking, what J. Cole was saying and shit like that. Just in a fashion that he did it. And you got to understand as well too. Like it's a little age gap in there. You know what I mean? Like they like I'm not gonna say they same age, but they're not too far off. However, like some people some people elevate and mature and grow differently and faster and shit like that than other people. So it's like I could be like 5 years ahead of you. However, mentally and how I move and shit like that, I could be like 10 to 15 years ahead of you. You feel me? We could be in the same age range, 2 to 3 years off, not like a year off, same age and all that shit. However, like my mentality and my mental is like different. So I'm a little ahead of you. Like I'm forward, you know what I mean? I've progressed, I surpassed you mentally. So we're not on the same playing field and shit. You know what I mean? Like Soldier Boy was doing all that kid lollipop shit. Like no slight to him. Cause that's, you know what I mean? I fucks with Soldier Boy. No slight to him at all. It's just, you gotta understand, like, everybody ain't on your shit like you want it to be. And then Charlamagne made a good point is that the fact that Soldier Boy has been hated on his whole career, excuse me, because of the type of music that he made. Which is cool that you feel like you have every right to feel the way you do. However, you just gotta understand, like, you're never gonna be everybody's preference. I wouldn't give a fuck. Like, who cares? I don't gotta be your preference. Like, it don't bother me if I'm not your preference. Like, you know what I'm saying? There's so many people in this world, bro. Like, why would you be worried about if, just to throw a number out there, why would you be worried about if 100,000 people, you weren't their preference? However, you got millions of people that fucks with you. You give a fuck about that 100,000 or a couple 100,000 people that don't care? What do I care? I got millions of people over here fucking with my shit. Like, these are the people I'm gonna cater to. These are the people I'm gonna rock with. These are the people I'm gonna do what I do for. You know what I'm saying? I give a fuck about a couple 100,000 people that don't like me. I mean, me personally, I don't give a fuck if somebody likes me or not. Anyway, period. Like, and I'm pretty sure I don't got millions of people on my radar. And I can give two fuck. If there was 100 people that fucked with me and 50 people that didn't like me, I still don't care about these 50 people. You're not hurting the fact that these 100 fuck with me. You know what I'm saying? It's just that simple. Like, I don't give a fuck. So I don't think he should either. However, you know what I'm saying? That shit fucks with people. You know what I mean? That goes back to what I was talking about last episode. Is sometimes you just don't know what people going through. You don't know what people like, what fucks with people, and what drives people and shit like that. You know what I mean? So it's alright. Soldier, you be good, boy. Another thing I wanted to talk about that I thought was pretty hilarious. I continuously think is very hilarious, right? So how many people for real has ever like seen a meme and knew like, yo, this is exactly my life, like for real, like yo, because it's been like, it's always an instance like these memes come from something, right? Obviously. However, like some people be like, damn, that's crazy if that really happened. Like some people don't really experience a lot of the shit that other people do. So there's this one meme where like, right, you fall asleep, your phone die, you wake up, you charge it, turn it on, your shit binging, bing, 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 boom, 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 every notification going off, whatever, right? And then you get the voicemails, oh, yeah, fuck it, oh, you know you cheating, and with females too, like, oh yeah, bitch, I know you was sucker digger, you wasn't asleep, you was a sucker digger, or sure, leaving a message, oh, you wasn't asleep, nigga, I know you was with a bitch, you just turned your phone off, like weird shit, right? It'd be memes like that that'd be funny as shit. However, yo, art imitates reality. The funniest shit is the shit that really be happening for real. And like I be living in fucking memes, yo. Like memes really be my life for real. Like like the shit is crazy. Like so like my schedule be just so fucked up. So a lot of times like I'll well, as of late, like I just be falling asleep, man. I get tired, yo. I fall out. You feel me? And just recently I fell asleep. My phone died and shit. Man, I tell you, when I turn my shit on, bing, bing, ding, 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 motherfuckers is like, yo, damn, man, damn, bro, yeah, that's crazy, man. And then people just like on you, like, yo, this shit's crazy, yo. I'm trying to get in touch with you, whatever. Sometimes y'all need to know that people need peace, man. People need peace, man. Yo, one feature on my cell phone that I like and that I use more now than ever, I really never ever used it, is D and fucking D. Do not disturb, yo. And there is one particular person that gets highly upset at the fact that my phone be on do not disturb. Highly upset. So I ain't gonna make it hot. However, highly upset. Oh, you always put your phone on do not disturb? It's called do not disturb. Simply because I don't want to be disturbed. Like, it's not rocket science. Do not disturb. It's simply because I don't want to be disturbed, yo. It's that real. All right, so to get on something a little serious note, you know what I'm saying? So this next segment is something that I think everybody should really look into or really just pay attention to, if not for nothing else, because there's, all right, so our elders and people older than us and all that, like, they were never one with their mental um health. You know what I'm saying? Like they were always, listen, smoke something, drink something, all that, and that's it. Like never one with their mental health, never had an understanding about it and all that. It's just now more recently that everybody is getting like more educated about mental health awareness and the wellness of your mental health and all that. You know what I'm saying? So what I want to say about it is I understand the seriousness when it comes to mental health and mental awareness and mental wellness and all that. Like I sympathize with people that go through these things and got the anxiety and the bipolar issues and stuff like that, things of that nature, right? However, what I do not like, what I dislike is the fact that people use that as a crutch or they try to misuse it or manipulate the fact that they have that. You know what I'm saying? Because let's be honest, everybody in this fucking world has some sort of anxiety. All right? Like motherfuckers that grew up in the 90s the way I did in the places that I grew up and had to witness the things that I did and shit like that have PTSD. Like, you know what I mean? It's just when people use it as such a crutch to try to make it seem as if they can't do this or they can't do that or I can't, oh my God, I can't, my anxiety, oh, my PTSD. No, man. Like, you could still function in life. You could still do whatever it is that need to be done, even with these illnesses. Like, stop using that shit as a fucking crutch and stop misusing that shit because when you misuse things like that, then that's kind of like crying wolf. You know what I mean? Like, because you could be going through something right now, like really for real, and then you know what I mean? Somebody comes to your aid. Well, let me flip it around, right? You're not really going through it, but oh my God, my anxiety, my boom, 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 right? And then it comes to light that you was just using it to like take advantage of somebody or a situation. So for the next time when you're really going through something and you really need some assistance and some help, like people gonna be like, man, fuck out of here. Like that shit ain't real. Like, you know what I mean? Downplay your shit. Like I don't like to downplay people's shit or whatever. However, when you see people just use that shit so many times and over again as a crutch or a form of like manipulation and shit like that, that's when people start to like not give a fuck about other people's mental health and shit. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think that shit is cool. It's just that people got to understand like you can't be using that shit. You can't misuse your mental health. Don't misuse your mental health is what I'm trying to say for real. Like stop using that shit as a control mechanism for real. Because you know people will sympathize with you about the shit and all that. Like that shit is not cool, man. Or because you got people out here like people such as myself. Like I give a fuck how other people feel. Like I don't want nobody to be like going through it and then not be there for somebody. You know what I'm saying? However, at the end of the day, when you abuse that shit, it make people like be like, man, blow up, man. I don't give a fuck about your anxiety. I don't give a fuck about your bipolar issues. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit because now you just like you using that shit. Like stop using that shit as a crutch to where you like can't do nothing in life. Like fuck out of here. You can't not do what are you shitting me? Like I get anxiety. I got fucking anxiety like a motherfucker. It's just I don't allow that motherfucker to take over my shit. You feel me? I handle that shit differently. Like, and I know everybody can't do it the same way that I do it or do it the same way other people do it and shit. However, like, work on that shit. You still have to work on that shit. Because there's people out here with mental illness that refuse to work on this shit. That refuse to get help when you know you need fucking help. And then sit back and complain about the fact that nobody cares about you having it or whatever. Nah, you gotta be aware too. Like, you gotta be aware of the effects that your mental illness has on other people. Okay. So this is I think it's like I want to say like a counseling, like when you get counseling or a psychiatrist or whatever, when you're seeing somebody, like a type of word. This was something that was brought to my attention. Obviously, you know, I watch a lot of podcasts and shit like that, and they were talking about this one, a couple things that I'm gonna say, right? However, this one word is triangulation, right? And I'm gonna read you the definition because there's multiple definitions. However, when it pertains to like relationships and mental illness and mental health and shit like that, right? So triangulation, when a toxic or manipulative person, often a person with strong narcissistic traits, brings a third person into the relationship in order to remain in control. So that's kind of like, right? If you're arguing with your spouse, right? And then you call on a friend of yours to kind of like back you up or give you assistance, you know what I'm saying? Like, so it's like y'all kind of like ganging up on the third person involved in the situation. Like, that shit is not healthy. That's not cool. Like, if you have an issue with your spouse or you have an issue with your friend or your family member or whoever the issue is with, y'all figure that shit out. Y'all gotta figure it out. You can't be bringing other people in to the situation, especially if they're biased to one or the other. You know what I mean? Like, you can't, that shit is not healthy. That's not cool. That's not going to resolve nothing, because that third person that is, you know what I'm saying, kind of feel like they're being ganged up on and shit like that, they're just going to close down. Nothing's going to get resolved. You know what I mean? They're going to go in their shell, or they're going to hit you with the, all right, man, you know what? You right. You got it. I'm famous for that. Because I ain't about to be sitting here arguing and back and forth and all that shit, man. You got it, man. You go ahead. Just know when somebody says that, that doesn't mean you really got it. Like, that's not it. Like, you don't really got it for real. However, like, I'm going to tell you got it, because I'm not about to sit here and argue with you. I'm not about to sit here and go back and forth. It's like a losing battle. Like, what are we doing? We sitting here talking about some other shit. Then you bring your peoples into it, or bring your friend or your girlfriend or whatever into this shit, and they on your side for real. There's no wins. You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit is not healthy to do that, because first of all, y'all shouldn't be having other people in y'all issues anyway. Like, people got to realize that, man. You can't be bringing outside people into what you got going on. Like, figure that shit out on your own. Like, figure y'all shit out for real. Like, sometimes, half the time, people don't even know what the fuck they talking about for real. And be wanting to give advice and be telling you, oh, girl, shit, you better than me, shit, girl. If I was you, I wouldn't. Or you like, damn, bro, man, you fucking with that. Man, you better leave that bitch alone. Bro, these motherfuckers don't know for real what. Look at their life. I guarantee you, the people that you look for advice, their life is in shambles for real. I'm sure. In some aspect, they could be fucking doing well financially and all that other shit. Love life shitty. Or they love life is great and all that shit. Can't keep a job. Be fucking telling me how to goddamn do my job or what I should do with my boss, and listen, shit, I wouldn't be taking that. Nigga, you can't even keep a job. Fuck, you gonna tell me what I should and shouldn't be doing from my supervisors or higher ups or whatever the case may be. You can't even keep a job, bro. Niggas just tripping. And I want to talk about something else that made me think when I just said the job thing, right? So I seen this. It was like a question meme type thing, right? Well, actually, it was a person speaking. It was a female speaking, saying that when your man or your husband or whatever tells you to do something, and then you respond with, "Oh, you ain't my boss," whatever, and then you go and do exactly whatever your boss tells you to do, and not your spouse or your husband, like, that's crazy. I thought that was, like, to hear that come from a female. I'm like, damn, that is kind of crazy, right? Because let's say, boom, I'm the husband, you the wife, boom, yo, do such and such or whatever, do that or whatever. All right. And the wife, oh, I ain't listening to you. I ain't doing that. Like, you ain't my boss. Go to work the next day and you show more respect to a complete stranger just because they're your boss, right? Or they pay you your money, they give you your money and all that and shit, whatever. However, you got this man at home that's providing, protecting. You know what I'm saying? He's putting it down. He's doing all the things that he has to do, but you don't listen to him. It's just called respect, for real, for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a mutual respect. Like, you know what I mean? Like, because women want men to lead and provide and be a man and all that shit. And you know what I mean? Like, take control and all that shit. But y'all don't want to listen to what the nigga's saying or whatever. That's just, I don't know, it's kind of backwards. So I thought that was kind of enlightening. I actually took it and reposted and shit, because I thought, like, you know, I'm just trying to stir up a conversation. I would like to know, like, why do women feel the need to bow down and bow out to a complete stranger just because what he's the person, and that motherfucker don't pay your bill. He don't write your check. It's the company motherfucker for real. However, you know what I'm saying, for sake of argument, like not comply to what your husband is telling you to do, or your man or your woman, even for that nature too. Like when it comes to, it's both sides and shit, because women have, you know what I'm saying, their role to play as a woman in the house and shit, and men should comply too when it comes to certain things. Like if she telling you to do this or handle that and do that, boom, boom, boom. And just that mindset of you not my boss is kind of just weird to me. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I think that's a lot of reason why a lot of relationships be fucked up. And I'm sitting here saying, damn, I'm giving advice and I'm single and shit. However, maybe that's why I'm single. Because relationships be so fucked up and motherfuckers ain't compatible with it. They just, all the mindset is just all fucked up. The way of thinking, the train of thought is just so twisted. Like, maybe that's why shit is so fucked up for real. Like, you got to be more aware, man. So the other phrase that I was gonna speak upon, in relation to the mental health, excuse me, is love bombing. Now, I'm pretty sure. Well, I'm not gonna say I'm pretty sure. Maybe people haven't really had an understanding of what love bombing is for real, and this is something that you should look into, like, and just think about, because this shit was crazy when I seen it, because I see it happen all the time, like literally see this shit happen all the time. And I know that everybody right here watching, maybe you've witnessed it and been through it, you just didn't know what it was called or whatever. And love bombing could, you know what I'm saying, it could kind of sound a little not that negative or whatever until you put the bombing in it. However, like, the meaning behind this shit was just crazy. Like, this shit kind of like blew my mind. So the definition for love bombing is excessive attention, admiration, and affection with the goal to make the recipient feel dependent and obligated to that person. Like, yo, that's like build them up just to break them down. Like, you know what I mean? Like, so a person could just show so much love and so much attention and so much affection, and just to use it against you, yo, later on down the line. Like, that is one of the main reasons why, like, I don't like to ask people for help or for anything, females particularly, especially like if you're in like a relationship with them, or even if you're not in a relationship with them or whatever, like, because people use things against you. People like to, oh, here. And then when you do something that it doesn't appease them, or you don't do what they want you to do at the, oh, remember what I did this for you? Or I did all this for you? Or I did all this. Like, yo, my nigga, what did you do it for? Did you do it just to later on throw it in my face and said you did it? Or did you do it out of the kindness of your heart and shit like that? You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times people don't do shit out of the kindness of their heart. They don't. People do shit in order to, like, have the one up, or have a IOU in the pocket. You know what I'm saying? And I thought that shit, like, when I read that, I'm like, yo, that explains a lot of shit, yo. Like, people want you to be dependent on them. You know what I mean? Like, don't want to see you do good without them type shit. Or like build you up to where then you leave them and they like telling you like you're never gonna be shit. Nobody's ever gonna want you the way I wanted you to, love you the way I look. That's crazy. I think that's like, that's fucked up. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if you giving somebody something, man, just give it to them just for the sake of giving it to them. You know what I mean? Don't use that shit, man. Don't use that shit to rip a rug from up under a woman when y'all like going through it, or if she decides to leave you and shit like that. Like, that shit is corny as fuck, man. Or That's kind of fucked up. Like don't do that shit, man. That shit is not cool at all, man. That shit is fucked up when you have. Just be genuine, yo. Just be real about your shit for real. Like, if you love a person, just love them. If you don't, then don't act like you do to later on pull that motherfucking rug from up under them, man. That's what's a lot of wrong with society today, and a lot of wrong with relationships that are going on today is that everybody got to have some sort of ulterior motive. Like, come on, man. I don't know. Me personally, I should just corny to me, man. Or, all right, so that, you know what I mean? That's just a little enlightenment about a little, you know what I mean? Some mental, just mental awareness, mental health awareness or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Because you see a lot more now than ever that people are tapping in with their mental health and trying to actually fix it and shit. And those are just two things. Like, if you're aware of these things, then it'll kind of help you out later on down the line and shit. It's just my opinion of what I think will help people out. You feel me? So, let's get off the mental draining shit and all the down and out shit. However, you know what I'm saying? That was serious shit. But a little more on the crazy note, not that serious or whatever. So this past weekend, Joe Budden was said to get jumped when he was in the club. He was in Dream Strip Club and he allegedly got jumped. So he was on live with Queen's Flip. That nigga Queen's Flip funny as shit. Everything's a joke to the nigga, like nothing serious. So he on live like, oh shit, you look alright for getting jumped, for getting your ass whooped last night and shit. You look alright or whatever. Funny as shit or whatever. So Joe was like, yo, he never got jumped. So the rumor of him getting jumped is that he never got jumped. He said one individual snuffed him, boom, got him. You know what I'm saying? Got off on him. Stole on him or whatever. And then Joe blames it on the fact that the floor was wet. Because he said he got snuffed. Boom. And he was like, oh shit. All right, we got to get it on now. However, he slipped and fell due to the wet floor. Is what he said. All right, listen, hey, I wasn't there. You know what I mean? So he said he got rocked one good time and the floor was wet and that saved the attacker from getting his ass whooped because, you know, Joe was on one. He was ready to go or whatever. So that's what he said happened. He never got jumped like by a bunch of people or whatever. He was on live with Queen's Flip. He looked it fine. What I did hear other than that is the fact that maybe possibly the fact that he's been talking shit about grown ass men, inviting them to the Frank stand and talking shit about Tax Stone, inviting niggas to the Frank stand and shit is the reason why this all occurred. Now that is a story in itself. I definitely got to check more up on that because I just figured this out as of recently that may have been the cause of it for the altercation to even go down in the first place. The fact that he's, you know what I'm saying, inviting grown ass men to the Frank stand and talking shit, and also as well inviting Tax Stone to the Frank stand, which is crazy. Like, niggas still do that. Niggas still hit you with the, you know what I mean? Invite you to their meet and shit. Like, that shit is wild childish, if you ask me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that shit is wild childish. I can't muster up anything other to say to upset you. So I'm gonna invite you to the Frank stand. Like, that's, bro, you deserve to get your ass. You deserve, niggas that still do that shit and still say that dumb shit deserve to get punched in their fucking mouth. Like, not even for the fact that it's just the fact that you still on that childish dumb shit and you can't figure out, you ain't intelligent enough to say anything other than that to try to get under somebody's skin. And you're doing it purposely to try to get under somebody's skin. And that's exactly why you deserve your fucking ass whooped. That's my take on that, for real. Like, if that's what happened, Like, if that was the reason behind it and all that shit, like, niggas deserve to get their ass whooped that still do that. Like, we're going into 2024, bro. Like, that shit is mad corny. Like, figure something else out. There's nothing else that you could say other than that. And then the fact that you think that not, because from my era, niggas from my era, bro, we kind of different. Like, we take shit differently. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, certain shit, and it's crazy. And I can only speak for me. Certain shit that is meant to bother you really don't bother me, right? But then it's the small shit that shouldn't bother you or whatever that fucking bothers me immensely. Like, this shit is it's weird. It's weird as shit. I don't know. It's just the way I'm like put together. It's just the way I'm like structured, I guess, or whatever, what have you. Like, shit that will bother the next man crazy, I don't give a fuck. And shit that, like, little small shit, like, damn, what was that little shit? Because sometimes it really just be principle behind it. You know what I mean? That kind of like draws a greater reaction out of a person like me. The shit is weird as hell, like, for real. Like, damn, bro, you wild out because of that? Like, it be the principle behind certain shit sometimes. You know what I'm saying? And then it's like, damn, bro, that shit happened. You ain't do shit. Damn, you growth. That's growth and shit or whatever. I don't know. Certain shit don't get to me. However, certain shit fucking bothers me tremendously. It's crazy. So on to the next segment. Yeah, Cardi B. I don't know. Me personally, I think once you start to fall under the knife and get work done, you just can't stop. Or because it looked like to me her lips is like swole. Like, she got her lips done. You're not gonna tell me she didn't get her lips done. Like, why? I don't know. Shit is, it looks weird. It does not look good, yo. Like, I don't know why people think that shit look good. That shit does not look good. Maybe some people do like it. I just don't, because it looks weird when your top lip is way larger than your bottom lip, and even if they're both same size, whatever, it just looks fucking weird. All right, that's not even what I want to talk about. However, when I thought about it, what I was about to talk about, when I thought about it, how I seen her on live laying down and shit with them long ass fucking nails out to here, like, I don't know. Certain shit, just, I don't like certain shit. It's just me. However, look at fucking swole shit. But she was bombing. She was on live talking shit about Larsa Pippen. I want to call her Larsa Pippen Jordan, which is crazy. If y'all not up on it, Larsa is Scottie Pippen's ex-wife, however, is now fucking Michael Jordan's son. So Larsa Pippen Jordan is what I called her. You know what I'm saying? That shit is crazy. So she was on a show talking about how Scottie used to bust her ass like 4 times a night and shit or whatever. So Cardi was like, yo, if he busting your ass 4 times a night, it's all right if y'all have sex 4 times a day, like once in the morning, a little quick in the afternoon, early evening, or, you know what I mean, one at night, like if y'all fuck throughout the day like that, you know what I'm saying? But she like, yo, he used to bust my ass 4 times a night, like back to back to back to back type shit. So she was like, yo, you just basically telling on your man that he on drugs. That he off them 30s. Yo, the shit was funny as hell. Like, the nigga off 30s. He's on perks. He's on some type of drug. He's on something to be, you know what I'm saying, fuck you 4 times a night, right? So she was on live bombing Larsa Pippen Jordan that you basically just telling on Scotty that he's on drugs, that he was on drugs when y'all was together. Like, that's the only way that can happen, right? Which segues into this next thing that I want to talk about, because the nigga, damn, what's the nigga name? Oh, got this one written down. Battle rap nigga, man. He was on Math Hoffa's show, right? Damn, I can't remember this nigga name right now. And I usually write my notes, and I didn't write my fucking notes on this one, man. However, he was on Math Hoffa's podcast, right? And he was saying that men are triggered, basically, are like the mental is set up to not want to have sex with the same individual back to back to back. Like, our mentals are set up to want sex from multiple individuals. Like, all right, he's saying, yo, if your girl wanted sex back to back to back, you wouldn't be able to do it. However, if you had sex with your girl and then another girl came in, you'll be ready to do it. And then another girl came in, you'll be ready to do it. And then if your girl wanted you to have sex with her back to back to back, you wouldn't be able to do it. It's how our brains are set up or whatever. Like, I think that nigga's a fool. I think he's a fool. I think he's a weirdo. Let me try to see if I could so I could just get it right, so I can have the name at least of who I'm talking about, because I can't even think of this nigga's name right now. It's fucking with me. Oh shit, where is it at? Where is it at? Oh, here we go. Here we go.
Our bodies are still. I told a girl the other day, our bodies don't even tell us to love y'all. Tell us to fuck y'all.
So,
like, it does. Like, I said this. It's easy to three girls back to back. It's hard to fuck your girl 3 times in a row, right behind each other.
Like, it's like.
Like, think about that. Like, if you really think.
So, that's still not even his fucking name. I can't even think of the nigga name. It ain't meant for me to think of the nigga name. But he's a weirdo. I think the nigga's a fucking complete weirdo, man. Like, he's a battle rap nigga. And he, like, I don't know, like a chauvinist or something like that or whatever. Like, just the way that he talks about women and the way he, you know what I'm saying, like, treats women and thinks of women, like, it should be crazy to me. It's like, I think he tries to make himself bigger than who he really is, to, like, mask something, to try to, like, hide something, because he just be like, just the way he moved, bro. And I used to like him in battle rap, but, like, more so now, like, I think the nigga trash. Like, I think the nigga trash. Like, he is not the same as what he used to be. Yeah, it's just not the same to me. I got to find it so I can give y'all his fucking name, because this shit's gonna eat me up. And then I'm gonna fuck around and remember and figure this shit out as soon as I end this fucking episode, man. Ah, shit. Come on. The fuck is he at, man? Man, what's another? Oh, there it is. There it is. Fucking A-Verb, man. Fucking A-Verb, man. Fucking A-Verb, man. I think that nigga's a clown, man. Me personally, like when it comes, like you know what I mean. That's just my opinion. Like the way he talks about certain shit, the way he tries to articulate things, I just think is fucking stupid as hell. It's like when a person tries to make his own language or make his own belief, which is cool. Like make your own beliefs, go about shit how you want to go about shit. However, sometimes just keep that shit to yourself though, like, cause you sound dumb as fuck, like for real. So yeah, I just wanted to speak my piece on that shit. All right, and then I got just a couple more things that I want to add before I get up out of here. Shit, man. I really just want to get some insight. I really just want to let y'all know a few things. First, you know what I'm saying? First, when we get into something, then I'll do my POV on a situation or whatever. I really just want to tell certain people this right here, right? Not even certain people, like just whoever's watching, whoever's listening, like all y'all is who I want to really tell this and relate this to, right? So I just want to say, don't fall victim to your last resort. You know what I'm saying? Like, create new opportunities for yourself. And when I say don't fall victim to your last resort, like you hear people when they rhyme in and say, damn, if rap don't work, then it's back to the block type shit. Like that's last resort shit. You know what I'm saying? Just resorting back to what you know, what you're comfortable with doing. And you feel me? Like let's stop resorting back to our last resort. Let's stop. Like, we need to create new opportunities for ourselves, better opportunities for ourselves. You know what I'm saying? It's not good to revert and digress because it's a reason why you got out of that profession or you got away from that way of life or things of doing because you know it's not good for you. It's not a healthy situation. It's not where you should be in life, or it's not your purpose of doing those things in that fashion. That's why you got away from that and you created a better situation for yourself. You feel me? So don't stop creating better situations for yourself. We're not going to be doing the going back to what works. Nah. Push yourself to do better, do greater, create better opportunities for yourself. You don't have to resort back to that last resort because there was a reason why you got away from that. So stay away from that and create new, better opportunities for yourself, man. I just wanted to say that because there's no winning and reverting. It's not. You're not going to win. It may be a situation where you're doing good or you're getting better and however, something is going to fuck you up. Something is going to break you down and make you fall if you revert back to, you know what I'm saying, your last resort. Right? So don't fall victim to your last resort. Create new opportunities for yourself, man. So before I end it off, I'm going to give you Doug's POV, man. This is just something that is going to be solely my point of view. Some people will agree. Some people will not agree, which is totally fine. Everybody has their own minds. Like you're entitled to your own opinion. I'll tell you, this is why I created this platform because I just want to say what I want to say about my shit, about the same shit that everybody else is talking about, same shit as everybody else doing, but I'm putting a little splash into it, and I just want to still talk my shit as well. You feel me? Just have the opportunity to talk my shit. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to give my point of view on this question. Can a relationship work even if you're unsatisfied sexually? No. Simply, no. It's not going to work. It's never going to work because you're going to go elsewhere to seek what you want sexually. Like, Like I said in the other episode, protection, provide, and perform. You need all three. You can't have all three. Women, ladies, if you're not pleasing your man, he's going to go elsewhere to get it. Fellas, if you're not satisfying your woman, she is going to go elsewhere to get it. So, no, the relationship is not going to work. It's just not. It's not going to work. And I know a lot of women be like, oh, let's bring somebody into the bedroom to try to spice it up and keep you, boom, boom. No, you're just okay in the fact. If y'all want to be, listen, ladies, that's cool if y'all want to do that. Y'all want to spice your shit up. Y'all want to do that and shit. However, there's no way in your fucking mind that you think it's going to be that just for the night and then, nah, because now you got to continuously do that. You can't just do that one time. Now you got to continuously do that. Y'all might as well just have a, what is it, polygamy? Y'all might as well just do that. Get your shit, get it together. Do that, man. Yeah, so that's my point of view on that. Can a relationship work without being satisfied sexually? Absolutely fucking not. I'm just telling you. It's just not going to happen. I had two other quotes that I was just talking so fucking much, I forgot. So I'm going to just roll those over to the next episode. However, just to give you insight and just go off of the quote of the episode and just have that be the overall quote. Great teams win even when they don't play well, man. So what I'm going to say to you, get down, either get down with a winning team or create your own winning team, man. That's it. Like, great teams win even when they don't play well. And you can quote me on this.